Rason say sama hodo ayen saka na mejebre na mede esomo say enwumenu asia kase ebo CTV Ghana's #1 eso kase kase ebo no used to me live on Facebook and so at my CTV GH o follow na wa like Facebook pian share ne so e de ama unua na wono so enya bi ahwe sama hodo a mede esomo no yenhwe ne a ebedi akotene e wakase ebo ni mu ebi Enrada Deputy Chair Emma Abatwo Electoral Commission ekopiemu ewo mrahye bedwafie ekokyereke nsebimo efa eye Ablekuma North Abatwo no ehwo wenam so ama election director Emma National Democratic Congress NDC amanyoko no so no wamo ayensemtwefo nhyiemu ede nsem bi abetu dwa na nsem ban na won so ede betu dwa kase boyimu ye de besomo Etiwa West Police Commander Ede Ato post adwumayeko ni nyina ni mo se won hwe se obesa won adwene na won fe no so ema post adwuma no emfa ne ntemapa emfra wodwadie ene sikasem kasebo emu no girl Ede abetu dwa kire se ewomu se emfie kakra nie no niomemu ebeye de ne pa ewo man ni mu de na so wetimi abo homoden ayedwumaden amende no wo mo enya so emfa so Ensem no ebika we humesre se obejibre na memfa ensombo se enwumenu asia kase ebo CTV Ghana's #1 eso manye working eni medin memamwajo Medase afei sei ena ensem no emu enchemu no etiem Enrada Deputy Chair Emma Abatwo Electoral Commission eye Dr. Bosman Asare na okopiemu ewo mrahye bedwafo ni mu ekokyereke nsembu ekire nia netia eye Ablekuma North empeso no so wono na ba no besi na no yentumi enka ye hu nipa wedi enkunim ewo honomo wenam so ama enede no NDC amanyoko no so no ayensem twefo enhyiemu na election director Emma NDC amanyoko no Eric watchre se sama hodo yi Dr. Bosman ebeka ye nwada no dokura bia enimu esanse wobra wakeka ye mani nyina no na NDC amanyoko no egina ho ehuni a ekoso nyina watchre se mpo no yade se NPP amanyoko no anase agent fo no wo mo edi pink sheet mako eduenu enum 25 eba ye ya na NDC agent no wo mo eni etuemu ebi kase no edi emu nkyeremu esomo
Statements by some concerned NDC stakeholders of Ablekuma North. Good morning to everyone.
Morning.
We wish to respond to the recent remarks by the UC's Mr. Bosman Asare during his appearance on the floor of Parliament yesterday, Thursday, 19th June 2025. Let us state categorically that the only credible and authentic collation exercise in which the NDC has participated involved 219 polling stations. That is the extent of the original pink sheet results that we, together with all stakeholders, verified and collated. 62 results are outstanding.
Yes.
We wish to put on record also that at no point did the MPP present some 25 pink sheets in the presence of NDC agents, as claimed by the UC's Mr. Bosman Asare. This statement is totally false, and we can provide proof. Mr. Bosman Asare lied. Ladies and gentlemen, out of the remaining 62 polling stations outstanding, only 6 presiding officers were physically presented to the NDC agents. 3 out of the 6 presiding officers spotted discrepancies and identified falsifications, thereby rejecting the manufactured results presented to them. This was captured in real time by most media houses. It is disheartening that the Electoral Commission, an institution mandated to serve the people with integrity, has instead chosen to obscure the truth. At the time of our last verified collation, neither the EC, the MPP, nor the NDC had possession of the remaining pink sheets. This was openly acknowledged by all parties, including the MPP. Furthermore, Mr. Bossman Esari's claim on the floor of Parliament that the NDC was never excluded from the process is false and should be disregarded. Yes. For instance, on December 9th, when critical collation was taking place, our agents were not invited and were entirely sidelined. Yes. We take strong exception to the use of scanned pink sheets by the MPP and EC because these are not scanned copies. They contain altered figures and forged signatures.
Ene eye World Drug Day na eno aka ho bi ama Narcotics Control Commission womo ene agencies ahodo aka won ho abomo ama enurobone ahodo a womo esizi anase waje wo mani mo no wasai ni nyina na Director General Brigadier Maxwell Mante e kasa ye e kire mfaso de anase po hia se ye bebo oman no ho ban e de free enurobone e ho.
We are gathered here this morning, late morning, to commemorate the World Day, and as part of the activities lined up. This morning we have destroyed quite a sizable number of illicit drugs that were seized during the period, and as authorized by the courts. It is to commemorate the World Drugs Day, which is celebrated worldwide. We did it today in your presence to show our transparency in dealing with the menace. We are law-abiding, and so we did it in an environment that is conducive, and so we took all the environmental protection measures in place. And we invited you here so that the whole country and perhaps the whole world know what we've been doing. And it is also to show our commitment to the rule of law. And to my simple message to those who perpetrate or who are involved in this illicit drug business is that it is not fair to the country. We will not stand idly by and allow them to bring in this illicit drugs to destroy our future leaders. From next month, we'll be conducting special operations and we'll go after them. I hope that you cooperate with us, you assist us as much as possible so that we can bring them to the public view, for them to be named and shamed. This cannot continue in our lovely country. We need peace, security, and a healthy state. Thank you very much.
Yentwa ensem no so ewo Etiwa West na pose dwumayekwe ni nkorabata ye ewo Etiwa West abetodwa se wo mo ede eye send off any welcome ceremony ahyeso ede ama pose dwumayefo bi a wo mo ewo Etiwa West hono mo na wo dwumade na se no e ade se Etiwa West Kwaben Police Commander Superintendent Ora eye Herald anas Herald Opoku Yamwa wode ato apose fo nyina ni mo se brason se wo mo ebe sakra wo mo adwen na anamba no so ama pose dwuma no etumi afanente mapa efra
enti me ko de meka se akato brand se o mo so ana ye tuwe ka de ebi o ma ne ko so e ma obia efile se ono so fimu a obia ntimi efi obia everybody important enti o mo so ana mo fa me kidi we se duma de o ya so ma o ba fa so ma de se o ye eduma na aso de ye si o fa mo de no ne pa ye no ne eduma na enti no o ye police na buku mu a se mo fa so ma de pa na ho mo fa so so de na ye eduma den ene de and say udim raso ayo police na udim raso and so ne because we for so na person be udim raso there and so na we example ma na udim raso kan enti na say obia ebe law abiding na abia oya obunya so because you are so nya like so dia na wa na so say no be so na on na no is a choice the way free na na only peace so no be o ye tina ama o free Say church there and na e be of say we are ni papa no.
Yama Superintendent Harold Opoku Yamwa. Say ye share say the papa did juma say prosperity our what district mu ha. Say wonya asem kɔ no ho. Ansa na wo be free the office ho no. Ahwe ya wo be wro prosi atare no ahye na sofitare. Ebisasla. Na edomo ami hu ne no sabe commander onfi ochimamu ha eye britia bi no abetra ha be enfie nsia na nsoni aye ne natra ha na ahwe domo a apu abayi a na ekire suban a owura no okuta ene odo a omanfo nso ewo edema no ma odiba ha akobiye na wo san yakọ baby akotas the chiam yinu and amount Lura Saji for motive for penny semi country as a book Corasemi country as a money Juma when in Newai Simoni a very so telling nature semi country as in your papa money Juma most of my semi country so most of some of the was since room say what by Juma or Potem most Minia Kakum semi country social or the was Ujinamancha and a Tumfa social. That's how he financed semi country social, which is our name and a midi Jumay. Semijawa and a Jawasa, a Yesha and a Medebama. I have a Hussein and a Medebama. Nanina is saying, Men Cemetery. And we are Papa. Meti osun so pani die mate mante ko si se wo frem wo koi ayam me se mi betra ha na me hwe enipa dom egu ha na ayam me ni se ko no
Enyuma no nsia kasebo na woni gu so a wo hwe e wo CTV Ghana's #1 so no follow yen e wo Facebook and so at my CTVG e show like ya na we pia share ne so e de ama obi na wono so enya bi ahwe nto ansam ne so na yenko enimo e wo ensem foforo emo na no ya eja eto eye tema heavy industrial area ho baby nam so ama nyoma ne nyina e hye dwurebe ya ye kase na de hye de bi mpo enya baby emfa omuti ento wenam so ama chief fire officer Emma Odumja Ejumayekuo no Daniela Mausi Into Sapon ede atodwa trese ne manimu ya no wamo a wesisi nuadan ahodo e wo sa amantebo no munya no wonhwe se obey wo munyina ede afiri wo se beye na ne ayesi na no ada no ebi ensan sibio
ya ba me ba no assessment die me kasa me kan ekwan bia mpo ni ho a wo de be kɔ ho no na ebinum so esisi wo flat prone areas a se base nsuo kese to a eduom nya beko enti me ne me regional commander a discuss obo akɔhu mayor ne assembly men no masa baba behwe na de ese omo ye fa ho no omo ye fa ho because we ni say omo nya free ho no na ekwan nya fa ho no na atɔwenche mbia sa ensi am ama nkofo ahwe omo nkwa regional commander oha oni team ha omo akɔhu mayor no ma baba be assessment because e water e chipe and nyame ne danase Esaka impact no ebe bru said yesi hunu make us be 500 structures na ahye e arehosem the kind be as aban na ehu amane ene timamfo sika e betimi de no ma bebre no not before na ohe so mo gigi di ni ade na aban e dey say scan sa titi sign echi ne yesa be de na ekuro no Ghana yenyi da intimi sramu ara be de ato manim omomo aye ne eso emu omo Unya so gas enu amu ba me men nyame nkwa aka bi kura ehwe mu nkwa explosives na wo no nya asem keto wooden structure keto with the gas cylinder with the way ha jin kakra ntimi ye sure say me regional commander ni mayor no ba kodi nkwa no ma saba side visit na the so mu yo ma ya fa me personally I feel say those places it should be demolished because no emboa wo
ye hu say obaba ko a ofi adwuma ba wo de aduane si so na ne refie na ono so use gas na explosion esie na advice am man say So we oba na de aduane si gas so a menka so kwada na wo kohwe TV tina ho no nwe aduane wi just say ja to ho a ende nim esimesi ne wo se ja ne bitima ya bibia nti e be show mu eja yen fa ndi ago wo nwe aduane so na ye kopota make sure say wo be du mu ja because wo ko ho na adan no ebimben pa ti se ja to oba ko for dan mu a the whole place ni e be shi na time ni so de shi na bebre nso ada omo answer fire service wo ntimi ama accurate location no answer fire service be draw no na eja no atimi adu mfimfin a omo koye ne wo so mo no metimi answer me dum dia no na bebi a ahye ye wo say bebi o man na draw no industries are suffering nanso we dey obi in case production the best restrict them corporate bodies especially NGOs omo metimi donate use clothes onkwala bebi wo uniforms ahye for the meantime the best stress obi bia obetimi aboaye yenya school tade school mpaboa school bags books any buckets ankwan de bedware no matimi akọ school the best stress obi bia Unilever to Vaco metric gas all the industries around the people na to say omo boa na di yenya relief act komo money ya
Yenko Gomwa East Mensino emo na nano bemenda no nso ando de ne pa etoye ewo Gomwa East ene ne potemo nam so ama nso yi esa nyoma enye asemkuma yakase no nipa beye wo hamiensa 300 enye baby emfa omuti ento wenam so ama Gomwa East mra hye bedwani won monyam for Desmond the graft P2 wode nyoma bi akoma adehia ho eka ye na nyoma wode ekoye no ebi eye mattress emo mosquito nest anwa ene nyoma hodo a ekeka ho
monzama na dina no oya sefem ya mama mo se why kakra ye pede ye de tugwaye mo me ayo pete ye na den de bia o ye de o kira mesimedan nsu tote ope edan no onye den ende den nsu toy ende nsu boto ochina nsu boto ochina echi nsu boto last year nsu toy this year nsu ato next year nsu besan ato eba de na yere ye wo baby a yetete ya nsu to a obefan ebia last year de na oto yen no ambafanyen ne yinda anye kese mo wuda afidi aye kese samutima meche ya se the man yenyim afefofura ye besimu nso ma ono nso obeye den obeye nti ye fada mo kwan yido na nka onye tide bia adisua de ana kokobo ana enyida wonsam bi mayende bebi a yeti bia aye no de nsu nam ho no nke nyimanyim ya yenye ya adwene de ye bo hwe bebi foforo ne yetu ya eden ya kotena osande ye kor kakraba o ye kohwe bebi nsu no ne dan ne mu no oduru na akoko adi bi owo dan ne mu bia sai ni TV ne nkungwa na adi na me bisa ne de last year sa no tia no sian na afi nso osatia nti mpanyi na betena ha madebia wonda mabese apeska foforo edi ato na asanse na apeska foforo abrabo ne yendama ne nyeden ne nko wanyim nti ode mmie wanyi de be fi ha prekope na ato wadwenem nti medema samili ye afutu ama obia ama baby ate no ahwehoye.
It's a matter of dredging. Nti your honorable Desmond the graduate to any your DC nana come we na ombeka bomu because omako hu contractors na omo yeduma okwan so no contractors no promise yes ombema excavator no na yakoyi and we yakoyi inso no mu se na be ya inso kwan no ba na inso na be fa yo but you see the problem are challenges are you face no omo si dan e wo inso kwan no on na haye but any engineers na for rounds you be make sure say nimia you be make sure say omo musisi dan e wo nso na no ye be make sure say ye tu omo afio say bokwa na ye be bu na oman no anya found ya ye be ye enya minipa
curtains ebia shemu 12 ye wo mosquito coil mosquito net 300 pieces a yɛde aba na yɛwɔ mattress
Yentwa ensem no so na yenko enimo ewo ensem foforo emum na abeto dwase sunyane eko ntotro so ekwan ya obetimi afa hwa ede akọ ahafo ene bonomantem ne mo no na kyese kwan atetia pansam ayese kontebe nam so ama akronfo etai eko hye kwan so na setete e kwan so edi ensem na sempo wo mo edi ewu wo mo ekiremu a wo hyenkani bi ana wo hwi eye ne hyen ana sa akronfo impo no akoto ede ahye bi eswanam so ama weku driver no asan so eprepra passengers ya womo etika no emu
Kwan ni fisinya ni bedesne fa so ko Kenya sene ahafo area na no se amro besi bia betena tru ni kwan no so wo forest bi ohonum kwan no masai ti abiri bia no bedu ho na akonfo no aba abegina honum na wo mo ejeje nkofo enema nti amani pa ye want empotable say de yeti ihu kese so pa wo bra obi apese otu kwan mu tiama tisi ye wo atiti mu pa kese pa ensusu ye besusu ama abaya ne se aban class na ho bo anso se kwan ni nyina na oba be ye amayen ya forest ni mu ho na se kese ni nim se assembly fo no eye Kenya se assembly ni sunyane municipal ni so mo wo machines bi wo ho no mo a o betumi de aba be boa abetwa kwan no so wo ho no mo na se de ka no du ho ye betumi akọ ententem so se de akonfo no pokura ba yebetumi akọ entem sabri so ebeda ye regional police commander ase se eba sa no wode na panfo mo akeka bum e de apolicefo no bi asen aba faako a sa sebe anyanya bransem no tai esie no nti da police commander wo bono so asepa yi
paso pa o say insurance adwuma na is always about going rounds nti de bia ye kwa na dwunyina betimba be 12:1 bibia any but recently it is I fancy am Roberts abakwan so no amahu aboy pa fact ye bakwa ye jejina be 2-3 times nti e pie kwa amugina na say ebi mu krazi nyina ifi se bia akonfo bi na ejina ho a mba be ha nti ade e be stress omo eka bi ewo mu no omo waye na kwan na omtimi siesie se be ya akonfo no ebe free so ama ye ho so atoye na ya tima ye adwuma ti ya de se de beto aban ne ankwankwa enim no
kwan ne sisi a kwan so ye hu first say ni e ba so a na kwan no na nye hu because ye komfisa ya mantem yetimi be fa so be 7-8 from Ntotroso to Atoni Kwaba Sunya hwe nya den ensi besisi ade nyame anim no krani kwan so ye hu na nse ya Friday ya araba for ye den ekum driver ni bi wo kwan we so ejije drivers for ni sika ejije passengers ni nyina sika aside that mu wi amusa kum driver ni nti yesle samomwae na kwan yo munye maye na esuwe nya den emla na sisi ano ehu aboye ise ye bakra ni yesuro yentumi ma even though kwa me bakra me tika mkra na me mu hyehyem ni didi me hu se mugina na me dwense eyo mo abie ntina me kra me de me su na boss castle me nya bibia na nka pacho momwae na omunye kwan ne mai
me kra de mafua ne da ekoti aheye ese unya si kwan yi se wo ba afuom a ene yetuo tutuo ne de enya de se ye ma ye nkwa ye kwa afuom de yetimi nante kra enkwa se umenkwa me ba afuom ese unya bedura afuom a ekwa ye enye ya second so betia etuagum obetia etuagum enti yesere aban ene sunya edisi ni sunya mpanyimfo se wo mu hu ya mobo na animanimu ya wo mu mpa ahobambofo ama wo mu mra na wo mu mra mebo ya ho ban wo mebo efira toni ekoka kanya ase ne na akire afo nyina mebo ya ho ban ma ya nya sese di atroni ene ne mpatam ye hu na mane ye ntimi nkope bibi kura ena kampese ya baba bidi
yenwe kase bono ewodwedie eni sikasem ensem emu na Goyo Company Limited de atudwa ebo amane yese emfie kakra nie no nneɛma mu ɛbɛyɛ den pa ɔman kasa so enim sɛ nneɛma mu ɛbɛyɛ den nanso adwumakɔ yi hetumi abɔ homɔden amane no wɔn enya mfasoɔ na CEO and the managing director Emma Goyle ɛyɛ Edward Bawa wɔne nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ ɛkasa.
This AGM, we have realized that there are a few things. Our jobs are really cut up for us. One, we need to take over in terms of our market share. We need to be the leading OMC. Two, we need to ensure that we are competitive at the markets. And three, we must ensure that in the spirit of this green transition, that Goyle adapts to the new innovations that are coming. So basically, this is what our target is. Because if we do all these three things and do them very well, one, we will really be able to increase in terms of our profits. Two, we'll be able to ensure that share value increases. And last but not the least, maybe next year when we come for AGM, we should be able to also declare dividends and increase on that. I think that the strategies have already been, has already started. Indeed, one of the first things we need to do is to, one, if assuming that we want to stay competitive, we must begin to start sourcing products from, sources that are cheaper. Because it is only when you have competitive ex-refinery prices that would also impact on the ex-pump prices in terms of the outlets. So that's one of the areas we have to look at. You would have also observed that in the course of the discussion, that if you look at particularly our short-term borrowings, as the ODs, as the overdrafts that we have, so huge. But that is what has led to a very high financing cost. One of the strategies is to see how we can look for rather patient capital to be able to increase in terms of our working capital to really be able to do that. And indeed, you would have realized that if you were to go back on the stock exchange now, you see year on year, first quarter for 2025, you see the one we have reduced cost, and two, in terms of our profits, we have made some level of marginal increase. So that basically that's why we are going to continue on. Obviously, if you look at it in terms of profits, you will realize that if you look at the consolidated financials, you realize that we have performed well as compared to 2023. 2023 was a very difficult year. One of the critical things, and if you look at the financial, you realize that the cost of sales had reduced. If you look at cost of sales as a percentage of the total revenue, it had decreased. Any time you begin to have your cost of sales coming down, it means that you are being efficient, and two, you are trying as much as possible to cut all the fats that are needed to be straight off, in able to enhance in terms of your profit margins. So basically, what we have set ourselves that, for example, in terms of dividend per share, and that is my KPI that I gave to the board. The dividend per share, we are saying that we should be able to increase the price per share. We have to increase it by 30%. And as I speak to you now, as at 2024 December, it was around 1.6 thereabout. If you go to the stock exchange and check, we are around 1.9 in terms of the value of our shares. It means that we've even exceeded, because we thought that it was at the end of the year that we were going to do around 1.7. But now, as we speak now, we're doing around the upwards of 1.9. And that tells you that at least we're already moving to the value of our shares is really increasing on the stock exchange.
Kasia bono esi edi amejeso eye manye nweki madase amambo enesha yedinkra.